Hello guys, what's up? Today I want to show you how I make aggressive progressive house songs, and this song is called The Night. I released this a few days ago on Bugged Studios, and yeah, I'm gonna show you how I produced it. Before I start, I just want to show you the song, and I also want to quickly mention that I will sell this FLP. You will find a link in the description, but for those people who don't want to buy it, there's gonna be a free sample pack I'm gonna show at the end of the video. And yeah, I'm just gonna play the song so that you know what I'm gonna talk about. Alright, cool. So I'm gonna start with the leads. The leads consist out of a few Silent 1 presets and one Nexus. I decided to go with some plucky leads since I thought that sounded better instead of like some saw leads. So the first one is a plug lead. Then I have this saw lead here. Then I have another plug lead. And a distorted saw lead. And the Nexus lead is a guitar which kind of helps to give it a bit more body and more warmth. Yeah, this is how the leads sound by its own. Yeah, so for the mixing on the leads, I start with a low cut. I have some OTT for some compression, and I also increased the volume. Then I have another equalizer here, and this equalizer reduces the presence region, and this kind of allows me to go very loud in the mastering without sounding too harsh. This equalizer does basically the same thing. I reduce a lot of the high mids here, and I also increased the mids a bit just so that the leads stand out a bit more. And yeah, I have some soothe here, some reverb, some stutter effect, which is only used in the end of the drop. This one is used for filtering. Yeah, the balance is used in the build-up mostly. And then I have some sidechain. Yeah, the automations. I have a sidechain automation and a tremolator automation, which is that stutter effect that I have. Then the volume automation is used in the build-up because I think it was too loud in the build-up, the leads. And I also muted basically the leads here. And this is where that bass shot is. Yeah, and then I have a filter automation. Then the next thing I have is some chords. Yeah, you can see that I have a wide gap here in between the notes, and this is so that the rhythm of the chords stand out in the mix. But I thought it was a bit too much, so I decided to increase the release of all of these Silent 1 presets here. And yeah, without the release it sounds too choppy, but if the chords are connected, like the notes are connected, then it sounds kinda boring. And yes, without the release it sounds too choppy. And with a bit release it sounds smoother and kind of like more natural in a way. And yeah, I have this preset here from my old pack, and then two new presets from my new pack. And yeah, the mixing for these is an equalizer here, a bit of distortion, then more EQ, and here I decided to reduce some of the frequencies and this is basically where the strong frequencies of the leads are. So right here and right here, this is where basically the fundamental notes of the lead sit, and also do a bit of the high end. Then I have a limiter, sidechain, and you also notice that I made the chords a bit more mono, but the pad is gonna be a bit more stereo, so these will balance out. Yes, the pad is also made with a synth 1. It's a super simple preset. And the chords by itself, they sound good, but it was still lacking some kind of like fill element, and that's why I used the pad. And yeah, it's just some equalization here. There's nothing too much on the pad. Also some sidechain. And yeah, that's basically it. All of these sounds sound together like this. Next thing is the bassline. So we only have 2 presets. The first one is a silent 1 preset and the second is a spire preset. And yeah, the mixing here is a low cut FabFilter Saturn with my own preset, which makes it a bit more distorted and gives it some coloration. Then another equalizer to remove some of the unwanted frequencies. Then the effector for the talkbox effect. And the starter effect is made with the tremolator. And yeah, then I have some limiting here and also some sidechain. Automations are super simple here. It's one sidechain automation and a volume automation. And yeah, the basses, the pad, the chord, and the leads, it sounds like this together. Yeah, that's a solid foundation, but we obviously need the low end. It's called sub bass, but it's not actually a sub bass, it's more of a reese bass, which is also made in Silent 1. Just some distortion, and I basically boosted a bit more of the sub bass. The sidechain here is pretty high, and that kind of makes it groove together a bit more with the kick. But I decided not to make it completely mono. So yeah, the sub bass does have a bit of width, but it's nothing dramatic, so you won't really notice this if you play it. If it's not completely stereo, then it won't be a problem. And yeah, I have played the song on like super big PAs with super strong subwoofers, and it sounds super good. This is how all of the synth sounds sound together. I thought that I was missing some kind of like distortion, some grit, some character, and that's when I decided to make use of this pack that I bought a while ago, which is these kind of like distorted guitars, and it sounds really good together with all of the other sounds. For the guitars, I used a low cut here, but I decided not to overdo it. We still need some kind of like mud, basically, to make them sound thick and robust. And yeah, it's a bit of equalization here. For example, I boosted the mids to make them stand out, And then we have another equalizer, which also reduces a bit of the high mids here to make sure that it doesn't sound too peaky and too annoying. And I also reduce a bit of the low mids here, but only the side signal. And this is, yeah, because I wanted to keep the thickness in these guitars. Yeah, then we have some compression here, some balance for volume automation, some limiting, and also some sidechain. And yeah, with these distorted guitars, all of the other synth sounds sound way more, yeah, aggressive and way thicker. And yeah, I really like the sound of this, so yeah. It's a huge difference in my opinion. And yeah, that's basically it for the main sounds. I then used some more ambient sound. We have this guitar sound, and I recorded this riff like 4 years ago on my own ukulele. So yeah, it's kind of funny. Then we have this, I don't know, this kind of like vocal stutter effect. And yeah, some more ambient shots and whatnot. For example, this here. Yeah, that's basically it for the ambient sound. I didn't use too much here. Then we have some bass shots. Next up is the drums. The drums are also super simple. We only have a kick, drop claps and a ride. Here on the kick I have one equalizer here. A lot of people reduce these frequencies, but I like to boost it because this is where kind of like a lot of the punch sits. Yeah, the drop clips, they only have a bit of equalization here, and that's it. And the ride, and yeah, then we have some effect sounds like crashes and downlifters. And we have some more fill sounds. And in the second part of the drop, we have an offbeat open hi-hat. And yeah, this is how all of the drums and effects sound like together. If you combine all of these sounds, then you get the complete drop of my song. The second drop isn't too different. The second drop starts instantly with the open hi-hats. The bass shots are a bit different, but not too much. And yeah, I have the vocal repeated. Basically, the word the night is repeated. And then I cut a bit of the vocal and then pitch it up. break is also super simple. There's nothing too much here to talk about. I have, some downlifters, some impacts, obviously the build up. I'm gonna talk about the piano. It's from Labs, the Autograph Grant, and on that channel I have some equalization here, some reverb to make it sound a bit more and some compression here. And I also have this piano ambient sound, which is just another piano with this riff, or like these two notes here, and then drowned in a ton of reverb. Then we have this reese bass here. And also some more distorted guitars, but instead of the open distorted guitars in the drop, I used some muted ones. We have this ARP sample here, which fills out the background a bit more. This vocal stutter sound, which I basically made from the original vocal. So we have a terminator here to make that stutter sound, some EQ, some filtering, some reverb as usual, and more EQing here. And I also have this Valhalla shimmer. And the vocal here doesn't have too much. I think it's a bit of EQ and a bit of compression.
Baby, wait until you try it. Baby, wait until you try it.
I also made some vocal reverse things here.
Baby, wait until you try it. No, you ain't had it like this before. Play it right, I'ma let you take a bite and stay the night.
The build-up is made with some loops. For example, this loop here. And I inserted a snare and another drop kick, or like break kick. And we have two risers. And we also have two pre-drop fills. And that's basically it for the first break. The second break isn't too different. I added some new guitars here. And also this electric, kind of like Rhodes sounding piano. And I think the only thing left is this ambient sound. Oh yeah, and I also have this vocal ethereal ambient sound, or whatever this is called. Yeah, that's basically it. I'm gonna quickly go over the mastering. Yeah, I started the mastering with boosting the volume a bit. The volume is basically clipping at this point, and it's gonna be reduced by this brick wall limiter, which I made with Maximus. And yeah, I decided to reduce a bit of the highs because it was too bright leaning. Yeah, then some soothe. Yeah, this one is used for the build-up. Then I have this equalizer here, which is just some fine tuning basically. Yeah, the limiter. Another limiter, which is also, yeah, raising the lower levels of that song just to make it more like one volume basically. Then another limiter. And then I have two visual plugins to help me mix and master the song a bit better. And that's basically it for the mastering. Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly mention the sample pack here. I put in all of the presets here and most of the sounds. You will find the reese bass from the break. Then you're gonna find one Spire preset, which only shows up in the Windows folder, but it doesn't show up here. And yeah, all of the Silent presets. And yeah, I also sampled the sounds. And I also sampled the drop sounds. And yeah, this sample pack will be for free. And yeah, that's it. I'm gonna end this video here and thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in another video.